Talking to hiding bodies since I got accused of chopping one up today.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe you
The
did
bodied
that.
episode.
Yeah, if he had the name, it was the Vegas episode, but yeah. or it's the Phil escapade. But yeah, anyways, welcome back to BTier Pod. We haven't done an episode in 3 days. So, it's been a long time, but you guys won't get this until like the end of next year or something anyway, so I don't even think it matters. I love it. I love it. We're so far ahead in content.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, even doing daily shorts like every single day, it's just another episode, another content piece, whatever. We always have something going. So
It's good for us though.
yeah, it just means that we're like ahead of the game,
Right.
And I know
we can always drop more.
Yeah.
Like if we get too far ahead.
Yeah. I have to like speak this into existence though too. Is like I think if we go sure SM7Bs and get like the B tier,
go all out.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna keep upgrading stuff without
having
the money for it through the podcast at least.
Gotta spend money, make money.
Yeah, exactly. I like it. We're gonna put like 10 or 15,000 into the setup and then never make a dime out of it. And I'm gonna be like,
but we're gonna still continue
well
to get our money worth.
Yeah, it was well spent. And then, if we ever need to, we can just rent out our podcast studio to other more successful podcasts. Maybe like A-tier comes along and it could be sponsored by B-tier. They wouldn't make any sense. But, the A-team, when they step in, like we got to step aside. We got to be where we are. It's our
They're
place.
The starters.
Yeah. Like we got to know where we are.
We're on the bench. All right, we got it.
Yeah.
We're good.
Like I'm definitely going to warm it the best I can.
They only put us in when we're really up big, where we can't lose.
Yeah. Like bottom of the 9th inning, we're up by 10 runs. Yeah. That's kind of like when when they're like, okay,
you guys can play.
And then we still maybe only win by 3, but
but hey,
you
got playing time.
We knew we were gonna win. Like we could clinch the inning. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Yeah, sometimes the ice freezes. You just have to live with that.
Whatever. We'll figure it out.
It's not part of the drink anymore, It happened to me too, I think, because I move it and it doesn't do anything. So, you know why people add ice to whiskey, right?
Well, like cool it down.
Yeah, well, yeah, but there's like a science behind it.
No.
Oh, okay.
What is it?
Oh, I thought you just said no. I was like, then there is no science.
No. Like, I don't know what the science behind it. Like,
I don't trust the science anymore. I don't know. After that whole Fauci character. So I don't know what he was doing in 2014.
Where's mine?
Yeah, where's my federal pardon? Talking to you, Trump or Musk, or whoever's current president by the time this episode comes out.
Like, just give me my things back.
Yeah. Honestly, right? Like one federal pardon, you just get wiped of all your crimes. Or what's the first crime you're recommitting?
Yeah, like, do I get one get out of jail free card where I can go commit one more crime and then that's
I think you're pardoned for like 5 years. So I think you can just like do anything.
Man, I might do what the cops accused me of today.
Yeah. Hiding the body on your land. Oh my gosh. I get a call or I get a text message from Phil. He's like, the cops showed up.
I was like, I have 3 cops outside my house right now.
You can tell that story. Dude.
I have to now.
Yeah, you already did. Like,
but yeah, I was about to go outside for a cigarette, and I look outside, and there's 3 squad cars outside, and 3 cops like walking up to my door. So I walk outside. They're like, "Oh, we had a report of a body being down here on a table," and I'm like, "Yeah, I have a body, but it's not what you think. I'm a deer hunter. It's the rest of my deer that we cut up on Sunday. Like, I just don't know where I can dispose of the carcass." And all these cops just die laughing because they thought they actually caught me with a human body on this table outside.
In broad daylight.
Like not even like trying to hide it. But
oh my gosh. Okay, so Phil, like I said, this is a very you-oriented episode, right? This is like you went to Vegas 3 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
And you told me, you're like, yeah, I got like 10 stories for the pod.
I think I got like 13.
So this is okay. So this is well, you told one, I think we did get to one on an episode with Ryan because you got offered a job at Smoke
Oh
Shop.
yeah, that was one of them.
So I think we did talk about that.
We got through one of them.
But like that said, you said there's 13.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like we still have like this
12
is gonna be a Phil variety hour. And I'm like I'm strapped in. I'm excited.
And a question from the hat. Like somewhere in the middle.
Game
there.
over.
Somewhere in the middle there.
But yeah, so this is gonna be the Phil variety hour. I'm just along for the ride. And Jay Henry is part of it too.
He's just a witness.
Yeah, at this point, like I need somebody else. But yeah, I'll we're gonna finish this tonight. That's kind of the goal. But there's only like one drink left in here, so I think if we can polish her off,
we'll be fine.
We'll be good to go. But where do you want to begin? You know.
Where do you want me to start?
I don't know. I don't know the story. Like I don't. You know. Like did we talk about? I think. You said you went to Chris Angel.
Yeah, Chris Angel show was wild.
Yeah, and then
got his autograph.
Okay, so let's start there. Right.
Chris Angel show was wild. Like he did all his like TV stunts, like walking up and down the ladder, like it up like normal, and him like walking straight down it, like
yeah.
Then they do like the picture frame around him to show that he's not hung up by any cords or.
That one I don't get, but yeah.
Or levitating, and they do the same thing. Like there's no cords, like nothing. Like it's just like wild. And then like him like snapping his fingers, disappearing on stage and snapping his fingers again, and he's sitting in the audience. Like how? Like it's just like a mind trip.
Yeah.
The whole show.
Yeah, mind freak.
Well, he starts the whole show out with like 5 razor blades. Eats them. Has a string of rope.
Yeah.
Eats it. Pulls out the string of rope. All 5 razor blades are tied on this string of rope. He ate them all separately. Like how? Like
yeah.
Like even throws like a visual like camera down his throat, shows it all in his stomach, blood everywhere. Like yeah, it was wild. Like that's how he starts the show. Just like here you go. Like.
I just don't believe it.
It was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun night.
Now, how'd you end up getting his autograph?
Well, like we saw like a banner or whatever because they were doing like stand up to cancer or whatever because his son is diagnosed with cancer.
Okay.
A 9-year survivor of cancer, and like they promoted like he signed 100 copies. They're in the gift shop. First come, first serve. At the end of the show, gets them.
Yeah.
So I went and paid for one.
Right away.
I just had to. Like that was the first thing that I did. Like after show, like I ran in there.
Yeah.
Grabbed one. Like
that's sick.
Yeah, and like half the proceeds of that like went to him, and then half of it went to the organization or whatever. So,
that's good then too.
So yeah.
That's good. All right. So you saw Chris Angel.
Mm-hmm.
He puts on the show that have you ever seen him before live?
Not live. I saw obviously his TV show.
Yeah.
Like, Mind Freak TV show.
I always like wondered how he did the Walk on Water one, and then I saw somebody do like a debunk of it, and I'm like,
where it's like glass.
Cool. It's like plexiglass.
Yeah,
it's like okay, well, you know.
I want to know how he did the
razor blade one.
No. He didn't show this one at our show, but like how
Okay.
he split 2 people in New York on the picnic bench and swapped the 2 bodies, like both bottom halves.
I don't know if I've seen that one. But
It's wild. Like yeah, like I want to know how he did it. Like
I've definitely seen where he like levitates a bunch of people in a group.
Like shack over the house.
Yeah.
Like how?
It's got to be like wires, man. It has to be.
They proved it at the show. There were no wires.
Yeah, but somehow, some way.
They get caught up on the hangers or whatever they were using. They were even like.
But maybe they have some guy. Like I don't mean to like. I don't want to like break his show because like it is just something to watch. But it's just like they gotta be. Like there's gotta be.
I can't wait. Yeah, when he retires, will he debunk all of his like tricks?
I mean, I don't know. I know the Luxor
Would you like if you were to like retire after doing something like that? Would you debunk all of your tricks?
So this is what I would say about that. No, but I think it's because
would you have someone step into your shoes and keep doing the tricks?
Maybe. It depends.
Just to keep the show going.
Yeah, it depends. Because, like, you know,
Like a
whoever you
protege.
like, whoever you like give would probably get just as much reputation that you
Oh,
have.
yeah.
That would be if it's like an insider secret or not.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
like obviously, I don't know.
I feel like
I feel like Magic's a tight clique like that, where it's all like insider knowledge.
yeah. The thing that I think would bother me if Chris Angel were to like debunk everything that he's done, that is like definition of pulling up the ladder after you climbed over the wall.
I'm the last one.
Yeah, like no one else can do these tricks anymore because I'm gonna
I'll
debunk
debunk 'em.
everybody.
Yeah.
And I think that's just like a dick move. And I feel like being like an actual. So this would tell you if Chris Angel is like in it for the grift or in it for the actual art. So I don't know. Like I think he's in it for the art, but I would like to think that. But being able to snap your fingers and appear in a different spot.
Wild. I wish I could do that. I wish I could do that.
Only thing is trapdoor. If you've ever, like you mentioned the
like,
Prodigy.
You would hear that.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. Because it like there's that one where he like.
But like he didn't even. He
arm.
wasn't even on the floor. He was levitating. Snapped his fingers.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like how?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he wasn't even like standing on stage.
Yeah.
Like that's why I would think.
But
yeah,
maybe,
trapdoor. But like
maybe he has like 50 stunt doubles that look exactly like him.
Could
like
be.
Maybe
that
that's
could be
his thing. Maybe he like bought the top CIA.
It's all like makeup,
costume designer,
makeup, same tattoos,
just same everything,
same build,
and then you just have like 10 people. They're just Chris Angel.
Could be,
and that would be more believable, I think.
But
I don't know.
But then he has to teach each one a trick. You know what I mean?
And his mannerisms and everything,
right?
But that wouldn't be that hard if you have that kind of funding.
Right.
Maybe he's a CIA plant.
Maybe he's an alien. We don't know.
Yeah,
like
could be like an Elon Musk situation.
Yeah, like how is he doing all these tricks?
Maybe he's a magician, like a real magician.
Could be.
Could you imagine doubting that guy? If you're like close to him, and then he just does a magic trick and like breaks your body in half and swaps it with somebody else.
Yeah, I'd be like, what? All right.
This is why I don't doubt you. All right, so Chris Angel, that must have been lit.
Yeah, that was like probably like one of the best shows I've been to in a while.
Yeah,
just because I've never seen a magic show, so it's not like an actual like good one.
Yeah, it's a different one. It's a different one.
That was probably the best one.
Because I've seen fake body cut in half things.
Yeah,
or magic tricks with cards.
Obviously, like
it's not the same.
No. But like that was probably the best magic show I've seen. Seeing two guys almost get arrested in Vegas on 2 separate nights. Like first night we were there, like I was sitting outside smoking a joint and fucking with security guard because like me and him were just like chopping it up, just like talking because he noticed like me wearing a Vikings hat. He's like, you can just throw that in the garbage. I was just like, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. I'll be good for right now. So then it's just like me and him were chopping it up. All of a sudden, like this rando dude gets hauled out with 3 other security guards from the casino. So this security guard like leaves us, me and Dana sitting there, and walks over to them. Dude throws his like full drink at security guard, like walking up, and he's like, "Bro, if I wasn't on duty right now, I'd kick your ass up and down this block right now." And dude's just like walking away, talking trash to these like 4 security guards that are just like, come back. Like, please, come back. Like, just kept walking away, talking trash. And then the next night, like I was outside doing the same thing, chopping it up, same security guard.
Yeah.
So it's just like
first name basis.
Oh, you're back.
Point, yeah.
It's like, yeah, like this is what I do. Like, and then 3 more security guards come walking out with another dude in handcuffs, and like from the front he looks totally like normal, like okay. They walk in past us and the whole back half of him is just like gone, like assless, pants, everything. So it's just like, oh, Vegas, got it. Just like, oh, all right. Yeah, not what I was expecting to see. Like
way more than I wanted to see.
Like, right. Like, And then they're just like throwing dude up against the car, like pressing his face up against the glass. And I'm just like, bro, what'd you do besides like dressing like that? Like, what happened? Like, I want to know this backstory.
Yeah, well,
like,
freeze frame.
like, right.
You're
like,
probably wondering
I need
how
to go
I got
back.
here.
Yeah. I missed this part.
Oh man.
And then like we were driving around Vegas or whatever in a rental car, and like obviously like our phones and everything listen to us, navigation listens to us, and we were having a whole conversation, just like all four of us, because it was me, Dana, and her parents.
Mm-hmm.
So like we were just driving, and navigation started to like input in our conversations, like, "Oh, you said this. Would you like to go here?" And it's just like, no, like we were just like randomly talking. And it's just like, no.
Siri, shut up! I'm
Like,
trying to drive.
like literally, it's like take your next left now. It's like, no, that's not where we're going. Like
Oh man. What kind of car did you guys get to rent?
it was like a VW Atlas, a Volkswagen Atlas.
Volkswagen.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was a nice little SUV.
Yeah.
Yeah, the self-driving feature is kind of chaotic, but
Did you use it at all?
like we
Did you
didn't
trust it?
want to, but the automatic brake system in it is just like set up. So like if you get too close to a vehicle, or if a vehicle comes too close, it's automatically braking no matter what.
Oh,
It sucked. Like
you're tailing somebody like they stop. You have to stop.
like
now.
literally, like yeah, everybody in the back's like getting whiplash because you're just like automatically just getting
Yeah,
whipped
that's
forward.
weird. That's weird, honestly. They should just have a feature to turn that off.
Like right, but no, the car was decent. I would never buy one.
Yeah.
I would never buy one.
I didn't know that they even had self-driving in those. Like,
Well,
I
it's
really thought.
2024, you know, like
Do you have
brand new.
self-driving in all cars now? I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't know. What happened like your first night there?
First
Was
night,
that the one that you saw? You saw somebody get arrested your first night?
second night there.
Oh,
second night there, dude got arrested. First night there was the dude throwing the cup at security guards, like talking shit.
Yeah.
And I'm just like sitting there, like smoking a joint, just laughing, because just like I'm watching a show, just like smoking.
Yeah.
And then like third day there was my birthday,
Okay.
so like I like did everything I wanted to do. Like went to another smoke shop, obviously.
Yeah.
Got some new stuff. Went down. We were staying on Fremont Street, so it's like we walked down up and down that all day. Got tattoos.
Okay. Nice.
Did X that night
Nice.
down in Vegas, which
Oh,
was
yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
All the lights and everything. Like I was sitting there, like watching the Fremont stream like cover for like 20 minutes, just
That's
because
awesome,
I got
bro.
lost, like just sitting
Yeah.
there, just like looking up at it.
Well, plus you're like you said your hotel was 14 stories up. Like
Yeah, our room was like 10th or 14th to 10th story up. So I'm just like
Yeah.
sitting there like looking out, and it's just like just watching people.
I'm a part of this.
Like
Yeah.
right, like just watching how many people like walk by. It's just like I'm really here. Like
Yeah. Almost surreal.
well, it's just like how many illegal things are going on right now that I can see.
Probably
Too many to count.
More than two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
too many to count.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just like because like they have the hookers and everything on Fremont Street.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they have these black circles painted in the road, so like the acts have to like sign up for these circles, and you can't like 1 foot has to be in or on this black circle. You can't leave this black circle, or else you get like a ticket for being outside, performing outside your circle or whatever.
Crazy.
Well, like you don't want just hookers walking up randomly, just someone walking down the street.
Yeah.
They have to be at least within arm's reach. Like,
Yeah. Then you have like hookers buying these black circles out just to like stand there.
just to stand there, yeah.
crazy.
But like, how many people does it attract? How many guys are walking by going?
Yeah.
At least looking.
probably happens in Thailand a lot more than here.
Oh yeah, but it's
who
just
knows?
like they come up and get pictures for money or whatever. It's like I see them leave with people, like like
Yeah.
what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's
It's
just
like
like-
legal.
But yeah, it's in city.
Is it legal there?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I hear yes, but I guess I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like nothing I would
Yeah.
ever pay for.
Yes. Yeah. It's something that you have to pay for.
No.
Yeah. That's always been a crazy thing to me too, because people get like mad about that one, and it's like, well, I don't know. I guess if you can make it clean, like that's probably better than not making it clean. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I don't know. I don't think I'd ever pay for it.
Yeah. I could not imagine a time where I have to pay for that either. I don't know.
No.
Lucky, knock on wood, I guess. But no, so okay, you said you're on X 14th floor or 10th floor.
Yeah.
You walk in Fremont Street for a little while. You're getting lost in the lights. You're vibing.
And then like walking through the casinos, it's the same thing. Like all these blinking lights and everything just flashing everywhere, and just like you're sitting at a casino.
Well, you're like in the moment.
Well,
too.
yeah, and you're like sitting at a casino, and I like throw. I think it was like $20 in.
Yeah.
Waitress immediately like walks around, drinks. I'm just like, I'll take a whiskey.
Yeah.
Because you're sitting at a machine, and drinks are free.
Yeah.
You're throwing money in the machine. They're trying to get you drunk to throw more money in the machine.
Mm-hmm.
My first, like, she brings me my drink, and I'm like 3 spins in. I hit like $70. It's just like another drink, like standing right there. I'm just like, I'm good. Like,
what was your name again?
like she didn't even tell me her name. Like, and then I like pull like 2 more spins and another like $50. She's like, another drink. I'm just like, you just want these tips, my girl. Like, you're working too hard. You're working too hard. Like, like less, not more. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
at least you're like hitting on the machines. You know, like you can't.
and then like I cashed out. She got like the maddest look ever because I wasn't just like gonna keep like sitting there spinning.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny.
But yeah, that was my birthday in Vegas.
That's a pretty good birthday.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Hopefully it was fun.
It was
Yeah,
fun.
I feel like just like rolling down the streets there would be like just fun.
Yeah, and just having like,
cause like everything's just going on.
well, yeah, all these people.
And you're just
like I'm just a
you're in the
random
middle of
someone.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're just like in the middle of it.
I'm just
like,
a random someone. Just
I'm not
enjoying, really enjoying my time. Like,
yeah, I'm not really important in all of this.
I'm not really
know.
here right now. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm just zoning. Like, I'm floating.
That's good. Yeah.
I'm floating. Yeah,
That's good.
and like, like walking past all these like cop or like police officers and just being like, I don't care.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I mean, they
as long as I'm not like
being
belligerent or causing a scene.
Yeah, they
they're
got
not-
more important things.
Yeah, they're not
to do.
gonna care.
Yeah, it's like going
We
to a
were sitting
festival
there
or
like
something,
walking down
too.
the street smoking a joint, and they just like look over and go,
Yeah.
okay.
Hey, can I grab that? Yeah.
Well, it's just like, or if they were gonna say something, they'd be like, hey, not here, and we'd be like, okay, and put it out real quick.
Yeah, but even then, like that doesn't. That's
But,
not,
like,
you're not in trouble.
No, they'd just be like,
No.
not here. I'd be like, okay, cool. Like,
Yeah, 10 feet from the building.
well, it was like, yeah, like obviously like not walking in smoking or whatever, but like
Yeah.
walking down Fremont Street, it says not to, but 10,000 people here, you're not gonna catch me.
I can't believe there's that many people there.
Easy,
So
easy.
I've never been to Vegas.
Any
so-
given time, like Fremont Street has that many people on it. Like,
Yeah.
it's wild.
Yeah, because that's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
that's like a different. I mean, that's like Chicago downtown or like New York downtown.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's just people everywhere.
It could be lacrosse downtown,
Yeah, yeah. If it's like Oktoberfest weekend
Oktoberfest
or even
or-
just any
or
other
like a
weekend,
Friday
honestly.
night, yeah. like
It's just hectic. It's just fun. There's people everywhere.
yeah.
Nashville, Tennessee was like a ton of fun like that too. It's just people
Haven't
everywhere.
been. Yeah, haven't been.
But I've never been to Vegas. so I know
Cali
that's
was
on there.
like that. Like
Yeah.
the beach was like
Where'd
that.
you guys? Because you guys stayed outside of Vegas, right?
No, we stayed in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
We stayed-
I thought you
we
were
stayed-
like
we stayed in the
2
Gold-
hours away.
We
or
stayed at the
something.
Golden Nugget.
Okay, all right.
So we stayed right on the strip in Vegas.
All right.
And then Cali, we stayed at Bueno Park at Knott's Berry Farm
Okay.
hotels.
Never heard of
And
that place. That
It's like
sounds
a amusement park, wine vineyard. Like it was pretty fun. Like amusement park.
great. Yeah,
Like, we went.
that's fun.
That was like 2 hours away from the beach, like
Right on.
away from the ocean. So we went and saw that one day. Went to the NHRA drag races out there.
Oh yeah, how was
Yeah.
that?
Though they were so much fun. They were so loud and so fast.
Yeah.
It's like 7 seconds. It's just like doing 230 miles an hour.
Light work.
Cool. Yeah.
I think my Ford Focus could keep up. Yeah.
Getting stalked in California was wild.
Oh, what happened
Yeah.
there? Okay.
me and my wife were walking. We went over to like Walgreens across the highway from where we were like at the hotel, and like this guy like kept following us through all 4 aisles that we went through, and like we got told like not to trust anybody wearing all one color or like obviously gangs or whatever out there. And this dude was wearing all black, so I'm just like okay, like I have him in the corner of my eye because like I just know to be cautious, like I do in any big city.
Yeah.
Like I just have an eye out. He follows us through like all 4 aisles. We like purposely stop and see if he'll like pass us, and he like stops like halfway down the aisle, like pretending to look at stuff while we like pretend to look at stuff, and like we stop and grab whatever we need, and he's like right in front of us checking out. Like he grabs something small to get in front of us, and like he goes out to his car, and like I walk purposely like and stand like right behind his car and like light up a cigarette so he can't like back out and follow us. And I'm just like, yeah. And then we like skirt off real quick and like jump around the corner. And we see him like, I see the car like whip out and like take off down the street because he thought we like ran. And then like, I don't see this car again. So like, we just start crossing the street and like go back to the hotel. Wildest thing ever.
Yeah, that's like a little bit like too intense for like just an average day.
It's just like,
in
is this where I'm getting
California.
shot? Like,
Yeah, is this how I die?
am I going out like Biggie right now? Coming to the west side and just getting taken out? Like,
It was the Minnesota hat.
yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, these guys are out of town. I'm like, kill them.
It's just like,
I don't know why.
I was wearing the BTier hat at the moment. Maybe he saw it short and he's like, bro, I don't like that.
I don't like these guys.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, because you, like, I don't know why.
It's just wild.
People are weird, man. People are weird.
But it's just like I was wearing the white on black, bro. I was wearing the same color as you are. Like,
Yeah, like,
we're
I'm
good.
repping.
Like, we're good.
I'm
Like,
rapping. Are you part of BTier too?
No, yeah.
Oh man,
That was
dude.
probably like the sketchiest part of our trip.
Yeah, nothing else like crazy. I mean, the assless chaps guy and the
That's not like
I would have been scared for life.
I'm not like scared about that. It's just like Vegas.
PTSD
Like no, I
popped
just
up
like
after that.
I just like think of Vegas and like wild. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just like I kind of expect that in Vegas.
Yeah, you know, you hear stories.
Like right.
And you've been there before, so you might
Yeah,
have
so it's
seen
just
something
like
that.
I
Yeah.
kind of expect that at Vegas.
Yeah. What happened? So you guys got stalked in Cali.
Mhm.
You went back to the hotel after that day. Was there anything else anything else like that? Anything else like people just being weird?
Well, like there were obviously like people like staring us down like everywhere we went because we were always in like a t-shirt and shorts, and everyone around there's in sweatshirts and jackets because it's wintertime out there.
Yeah, but like how cold
It's
is
60 degrees. Yeah, and I'm just sitting here like, you think this is cold?
Yeah, it's like 30 degrees here and we're in like
Like-
shorts and t-shirt, you know what I mean?
Like right, like I'm literally walking in the ocean and people are like pointing at us like down off the pier like,
These weirdos.
Like,
Hey,
just
those are
like-
the East Coasters. You gotta watch out for them.
like the water was cold, yeah, but like this ain't cold. Like
Yeah. So-
water cold back home is hard. Like
ice. Is
like,
what we call that.
yeah, like I can walk across it.
I'm Jesus.
Like,
Yeah. All right.
but then we went to like this Korean barbecue place.
Oh, okay.
It was so good. But we got seated by this robot. Seated and like served by robots.
You gotta send me that photo.
Yes, I got it. I got a photo. The little robot had a name tag and everything. His name was Bumble.
Okay.
And he like sat us and he like waited for everybody to sit down and it's like, please seat and take your menus. And it's just like, so we took our menus and he just like dips off. Like, and then like our actual like waiter like comes gets our drink order or whatever. And then he's like, all right, just let me know whatever meats you want to try or whatever tier, because it came in different tiers or whatever. And like we all picked like 4 different meats or whatever. And then like 20 minutes later, like we're sitting in a booth and then the booth on the other side. And it comes down a track through the middle of the booth. And if the flag's pointing to your side, it's your meat. If the flag's pointing to the other side, it's theirs. So it's like just automatically just comes down, stops. It's like, oh, so we take all of our stuff off and like
Yeah.
the hot pot in the middle, like we were actually like cooking everything right there.
Uh-huh.
It was probably the best thing we've had out there,
Yeah.
like food wise. Like it was so good.
Yeah. And you got served by a robot.
Got served by robots, yeah.
Yeah. I already know the name of that short. No, dude, Korean barbecue is amazing too. Like I don't know our viewers. I don't know if you've ever had it or
I
not.
think the
but,
robot
like,
just made it better.
yeah, yeah. I feel like they would
Just like,
elevate the experience.
Like obviously
just
they had
tad
like
bit.
a human host and then like this robot host that's just like,
Well, yeah,
let me
'cause
take you to your seats.
You're you're not gonna give the robot host water, like like a pitcher of water. He drops that thing, he's gone, dude. He's not working there anymore. You know what I
Workman's
mean?
comp?
Yeah. The robot claims workers' comp. He has to go on light duty.
When me and Dana were at the beach, like we were both wearing like our ball caps or whatever, and like this big wind like blew our hats like halfway down the beach, so we had to like chase them down. It was like the worst wind I've ever like felt. It was like 60-mile-an-hour winds like on the beach. Just
Yeah. I would have not gone after that hat. Like I would have just been like, all right, I'm done.
I thought about it there for a minute.
Charges
It's just
in the
like
game.
chasing it for a minute. I'm just like, is this really worth it?
It probably wasn't, but could have been. What hat did you lose?
This one. This one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one. But
See,
I could buy another one.
You needed to go back and get that hat though, because otherwise you wouldn't be wearing it today.
No, yeah.
It'd be like the butterfly effect or something like that.
Yeah,
It'd just be a different hat, different experience. Yeah.
And then last story I got was
Hold up, what time is it? We don't. Phil, if this is only like 30 minutes
It's
in,
fine,
dude.
it's fine. Got my bag searched in TSA on my way back.
Fun.
Yeah.
On the way back?
On the way back.
Okay, luckily not on the way there. Well,
I mean, either way.
you just don't want to have that kind of luck. You know what I mean?
I mean, I brought
no TSA.
I brought drugs there. I brought drugs back.
Yeah.
So either way, they would have checked it, found whatever I was bringing
What'd they
back.
find on the way back? Oh my god.
No. I got
TSA. Okay,
like-
hold up. So TSA is like
they
we're gonna
pulled my
search your
bag. Like my bag's aside, and I'm just like standing there with my backpack that already like what came through the metal detector and like the X-ray or whatever, and like they're just like, yeah, your backpack's good. We're holding your other bag.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. Like, what's up? Like, they're just like, oh, we saw something in there on the X-ray that we need to have TSA check. I was like, oh, okay. So I'm like sitting there. I'm like, oh, is it what I'm bringing back? Like, and I like look back, and a person in our group like also had some of what I was bringing back, and they're already through with their bag. And I'm like, oh, it's not that. What is it? And they're like, do you have anything sharp or metal in your bag? And I'm like, oh, yeah, fishing hooks, because we went to 3 different Bass Pro Shops. So I'm just like, yeah, but they're all in like the package that came in. Like you can even open them up or like open my bag and look. They're all in like the zipper pocket or whatever. So they open my bag and like look at them, and they're just like, oh yeah, they're all sealed. Like it just like glowed in the X-ray machine. So it's just like we had to check, and I was just like, oh, I get it. Like, nope, just fishing hooks. Like, no big deal. Then they gave me my bag, and I was on my way. So.
Yeah. Man, TSA, man. I tell ya.
It's just like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fishing
yeah,
hooks.
just fishing hooks. Yeah. Nothing else. That's so funny. Yeah, TSA, man, like they do like random checks. So they're probably just like, oh yeah, we're just gonna random.
Mine wasn't even random. They're like, it glowed. Like,
it glowed, dude. That's federal behavior right there. You glowing right
Like,
now?
right, like, yeah. What do you have in your bag? Oh, just fishing hooks. Yeah, no big
And
deal.
you like weren't lying though.
No, like they even opened my bag and checked.
it's just a body. What kind of body?
Not the body.
Not the body you're thinking of. Oh man, that's great. Wait, so that's all of them?
Mhm.
Well, I mean, when I say wait, there's not any more.
That I could think of. Yeah,
That's a good Vegas trip.
that was fun.
All in
yeah.
all, what would you rate that trip out of 10?
8.
8?
8.
All right. 10 being like the time you got married there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's
Yeah.
pretty tough to beat. I feel like you can't really beat.
And
like
it was my
the-
first time like ever getting on a plane for like going to get married. So
Yeah.
it was just like a new experience for me.
Yeah.
And,
Planes are
like,
fun though.
but I would say the beach in Cali was way better than the beach in Florida
Okay.
that I went to.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No, I believe that.
obviously, like I haven't been to all the beaches in Florida, so like,
Every single one of them.
no, I wish. But
Yeah. Yeah. No, I believe that. Last time we were in Cali, like San Diego, and like that was we like went down to the pier.
oh yeah,
We saw all of the the sea lions showing
that'd be
up
so
there.
cool.
They were
Like, yeah.
swimming up to people. People were getting scared. There was somebody trying to take a photo of them super close, and then one of them barked at them, and they like jumped out of their shoes and ran back into the wall that everybody was at, and like the waves were coming up and pushing people in and out. One kid got almost
Have you
caught
ever
up
seen
in
like
it.
the movie Andre? It's like a '90s movie with the sea lion.
I've heard of it.
It's
But I think
it's
it's-
pretty good.
It's like an off-brand like Free Willy. Is that
Kind of,
what it
yeah,
is?
kind of, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It's pretty good though.
So yeah, like we had like Kayla took a photo of one of the sea lions. She was like 4 feet away from it. It's up on the rock, like clapping, doing the weird thing.
That's cool.
Yeah, sea lions are like weird because they're like we could easily kill you, but also we're prey. So like I don't understand it. But the cove that we went to was pretty dope, and that's like right outside of San Diego, or right inside of San Diego. People who have like been there probably know what I'm talking about. I don't know what the name of the bit was, but it was the only thing I got to see when I was out there. Because the first night that I was in San Diego, I was sick. I like got off the plane and I was like throwing up,
Damn.
puking, vomiting like the whole night. It was terrible, and I puked before we left too, so I think I was just sick. But like I held it all the way through the plane, and then like when we got out there and finally got to our hotel, like I was throwing up. Like, the whole
I
first
did
night.
miss a story.
Oh, okay, all right. I'm in. I'm locked in.
Forget
to that.
Forget drive-through restaurants. Cali had this drive-through mall. It was like the wildest thing, and they had like different like vineyards, and like you're just pulling through, looking at the storefronts, like just like all these names along the side, and you're just driving through, and then they have places to park, and like you can walk in. Probably the coolest thing I've seen is just like driving through. What do I want? Like,
Yeah.
and that's how we so happened to find like the Korean barbecue place. We were driving through the mall.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, oh, Korean barbecue. And we're like, that sounds good. So we stopped in there.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
a whole new definition of window shopping.
It was so cool. Like, just to like drive through and be like, oh, that's cool.
I want that.
Like, right.
$400 Nikes.
We did go shoe shopping while we were there. I got
Yeah?
a pretty good deal.
Yeah. Did you go to like a lid store?
I did go to the lid store.
Yeah, it's like my go-to, dude. I used to buy flat brims all the time.
I got a hat.
There you go.
Mhm.
Nice. Are you wearing it now?
No,
you're not.
no, I'm
No,
not.
you're not. No, you're not. You
Maybe
should've-
next pod. Next pod.
Yeah. Stay tuned. BTier pod coming back. Oh God. But yeah, so like when we went out, it was like San Diego. First night I was sick. Second night was like the first day of the wedding. So like, or you know how you have like the rehearsal
Yeah,
dinner and
yeah,
all
yeah.
that. So like we were prepping for that. We got everybody there. I meet like the other side of my family now. Like we're having like a pretty good time, honestly. Like those guys were hilarious, and my new brother-in-law, like all of his friends, very much like just bro guys. They talk about sports all the time, like
yeah.
shoot the shit. So they're like all good. They're all fun. I wish like it's weird because like when I hang out with my side of the family, I can't talk about like my drug experiences because they just don't know anything about that with me. So like I can like relate. I'm like relating to them quietly,
You just don't want to bring it up.
Yeah, which is like a really weird thing because I just don't want to be like, oh, like to my big bro, like he would look down on me if I was like, oh yeah, I remember the first time I did acid with like a couple of my friends, and this happened and that happened, and whatever.
Would it really be that bad if it was just experimental?
Yeah. Like I think my family has like a pretty down look on it.
I know it'd be like the same as like my dad.
So I have like 2 people in my family that are like normal. When I say normal, they did try this drug. They tried like
They
other
experimented.
things.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
you know, they kind of got like, you know, and they might smoke weed and like pop Zins all the time or whatever.
Right.
Like, so everybody outside of that group, they're like, they will only drink at family events.
Mm.
That's it. Granted, super fun to hang out with. They're all like party animals. Like, you know, we will dance and sing and drink all night. And they're like good at that. They're like the frat bros when it comes to that. But they just don't have like psychedelic experience. They have like nothing to do with that. So like the introspective
Spike
stuff.
the punch.
Yeah, right. The amount of times I've wanted to. Yeah, they come to my wedding. No, it's like
That's where you just have it in the cake.
yeah. So you know they you know haven't tried weed. Like all of them like are pretty much against all that. So it's like when you kind of get down to that kind of brass tacks,
What I don't get. Like, how are you okay with drinking but not weed?
Because weed's illegal.
It's pretty much
Schedule 1
no,
drug.
it's not.
I'm just gonna say it from my family's perspective. So like it's illegal, it's bad for you, you can't have it, right? So it's like that. It's like that clear cut and dry. And then they look down at you for having a smoking addiction. They look down at you for smoking cigarettes, popping Zins.
Why? Cigarettes are illegal.
They are, but they still look at it as like a sin, right?
What makes drinking any better?
It's okay at celebrations. Jesus turned water into wine, right? So it's fine.
Allegedly.
Yeah, okay. But anyway, I'm looking at this as like shallow as I can. So
those magic tricks, I don't trust them.
Yeah. Dude, if you doubt Jesus, he's gonna like swap your body with the upper body.
He's the first Chris Angel.
Yeah, he was Chris Angel mind freak. People just don't want you to know that.
Walking on water.
Yeah,
water
it's
wine,
crazy. It's crazy.
fixing people.
Yeah, like if he's a dark magician. Anyway, so you know you have like that entire aspect of like my family. So it's like I can't verbalize
my family's the same way.
that I relate to like, you know, like my brother-in-law's friends about like, the time that we did Molly or the time that we
I'm
did
the black
that
sheep
or
because
whatever.
I prefer smoking over drinking.
Yeah.
Like,
but even like harder drugs too. Like I can't like.
Well, yeah, I've experimented and all my family knows this, but
you can't talk about it.
Yeah.
You like don't.
No.
It's like out of respect or whatever it is. Yeah.
I know
it's
they
like a
don't,
mutual understanding.
They don't want to hear it.
I
know this.
Like, yeah. So that's what I have when I go to like that side of my family, and most of my other side of the family is like
half
the
of
same
them are
way,
just
too.
like, oh, are you high right now? I'm like, no.
Yeah, usually
Like,
I'm not. Like,
right,
know, and I'll like tell them like, yeah, I'm just more of a fan of like stimulants or something like that if somebody actually asks. But you know, it's
well,
just
then
like,
my cousins will be like, are you really high right now? I'm like, yeah, shut the fuck up. Like,
like don't tell mom. Yeah. No, you're high. Yeah. But yeah, so like, you know, when you're hanging out with like my brother in that group of friends, like I wouldn't be able to be like, oh yeah, I remember this one time I did Molly at a concert when I was like, you know, rolling, this happened. You can't do that. You can't like be out front with that. So like I'm just quietly like, you know, I'm just chilling. Like I'm like, you know, kind of like an ambivert in that way, where it's like I'll be very vocal if somebody like spikes an interest, but like I will be very quiet.
What if one of your cousins like came up and asked for it? Like
I would give it to him. Like yeah,
that
like,
specifically.
I don't know. Like I'd be
Hey,
I
do you know where to get such and such?
Yeah, and like you know, I do. So it's like I'm not gonna like lie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like a different. It's like an odd thing. Like I have one cool.
What would
cousin,
you do if your family just like you bring it, we try it?
That would be amazing, but that wouldn't happen.
Oh, I know it wouldn't. It wouldn't
that'd be
happen
pretty
in my
phenomenal,
family either. But like, I thought about making something for like a family get together and see if they even notice.
Well, they would at some point. Not
would
that
they?
it was yours, but
Like,
they would
right,
notice at
like,
some point.
I just hide it on the table.
Yeah, no, I would definitely do that if
Like
it was
bake some
like
cookies or
asked
something.
something like that,
Yeah.
or yeah, if somebody like you know, because that's the other thing too. Like I'm pretty chill about all that stuff. So like,
I thought about doing that to bake sales too.
yeah, that would be.
Oh yeah, here's my bake sale item.
Federal indictment coming. No,
Prove it was mine.
Yeah, right. No, so yeah, you ate the evidence, right? So you don't know. But no, so if
Then
my
I get
family
then I get
brings
those
it
people
up,
that be like calling the cops because they ate a brownie and then they ate another brownie and then they don't know what the fuck they're doing. So it's
yeah.
just like, oh, but wait, I got more brownies on this tray. Like,
I did buy like 4 from that bake sale, but there was like 4 different bakers there.
where it's like, oh, my heart's backwards. It's usually going boop boop, and now it's going bloop
blop blop.
bloop. Like, yeah, like
I get it. I've been there. No, so if my family like asked, I guess I would, but yeah, I have like one normal cousin on my mom's side who's like he's very chill about that, pops zins, like smokes, does all like the normal things.
Yeah.
And then you talk to anybody else in that family and they're like so against it.
Yeah.
And he's just like the odd sheep out. But like we relate pretty well, but we can't talk about that stuff in front of everybody else. So like
That's why
we just come up with stories and like talk about different things.
That's why
but,
at family functions, I'm usually outside.
Yeah, that's like the safe spot to be.
Well, because I can have a conversation, I can hear anybody coming out.
Yeah.
And I can smoke outside. You know what I mean?
At some point we might try to have my cousin on
Let's
the
do
show. I don't know when it will happen.
Let's
like
do it.
he lives in Chicago. It's like so hard to organize.
Let's go there.
Yeah, right. But he would be really funny to have on, and he has a story about like he sold jewels in high school, and it's so funny. It's like one of the funniest things ever. He used to like, I don't want to spoil it, so we'll just like leave that on the back burner. But it is, he has quite the tale to tell, and then like I don't really think about this that much, but like when I was in high school too, I was also like flipping quick stuff.
Yeah,
so like people who don't have that experience, they have no relation to that. And like
I couldn't put it on any job application though. I have sales experience. I can't tell you.
Yeah, but especially like that stuff too. It like sells itself. It sells itself, but it's like it's so weird when you get outside of that circle and you're like trying to like. People don't even have that like relation aspect. So why tell a story if they can't relate to it? And that's always been
Well, it's so funny because like
right.
I was never popular in high school unless it was for that. And then like the outsiders are just like, how are you so popular? Like you were never popular in high school. Like looking at me now with however many friends or whatever, people like coming in and out. I'm like, oh, they're only looking for this.
Yeah. But a big
really
part of
all
that,
it is,
part of that, Phil, is like people peaked in high school. So like they had like their 15 friends in high school,
right?
And then like after high school, a lot of those people don't ever have that amount of friends again, right?
No,
like you might have like your 10 core friends in high school, and then after high school, a couple move away. You might have like 2 really good friends after high school, and it's weird when like you, me, Jeff. Like, we just have people we can, like, call. We could just, like, hang out with, have a fun time
literally
with.
anytime, yeah.
And, like, nobody really has that after high school.
No,
right?
Yeah.
So, like, as soon as everybody moves away, you might have your college friends. You might gain, like, 1 or 2 of them that will invite you to your wedding. And, you'll have a good time there. And you'll be able to catch up like it's nothing. But on, like, a weekly basis?
Yeah.
Probably not.
No.
Like, a lot, especially guys. Guys are pretty lonely right now, right? I don't know how you get rid of that. I don't know how you solve the male, lonely, depressive. I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know. Yeah.
I can't.
I think it's all an algorithm.
Yeah, it probably is. You're probably watching like too much videos online or TikTok or whatever.
Something like.
But yeah, like the more you kind of. And Jeff talks about this a lot. So I wish Jeff was here because he would be like, "Oh yeah, like you guys gotta get away from the screens and all that." No. There's people that will like game alone too. They're like not hanging out in the Discord. So at least like we have a Discord call where like everybody jumps in Saturday night, and that's weekly. And then we have
that's the only time I game in front of anybody else, though. Like,
pretty much.
Otherwise, I game by myself.
Yeah. So like people don't even have that anymore, right? So it's like a lost art. It's like just being able to like call somebody and be like, "Hey, can you come over right now?" Or,
like you
hey,
call, you can call me at any time and I'm gonna pick up. You know what I mean? Like who has friends like that?
Nobody has friends like that anymore, dude. Like nobody. It's
like 4 a.m. I'm like, what the fuck's he want? Hello, like.
And I learned this from my big brother, like surprisingly, but he was like he really kept like close to who he was,
Yeah.
and it was like it only brought in the good people. So like the good people are just like, oh yeah, like
What they say,
I will answer your call at 2 in the
they
morning.
say the
if
bad
you-
weed out themselves. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and that's maybe it. But like his friend group from high school, like there's 8 or 9 of them that still hang out like
oh yeah,
every. I mean, obviously it's not as much as they used to, but still
No,
the
yeah.
fact that you can like call them all up.
I mean,
and
I
they'll
still
meet
have
you at
like
your
a clique
house.
from high school that I can call up right now and we can get together this weekend. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
Nobody
Like,
has that anymore. Nobody has that. I don't really hang out with my high school friends anymore. There's probably
hang out
2 or 3 that I
maybe
keep
2,
close
3.
contact with.
Yeah.
And by close, I mean like I'll message them once every like 5 months, 4 months roughly.
Right.
But you can pick up right where you left off, and there's like no issue with it. But after high school, and like the friend group that we have even now cultivated, it's like that wouldn't have ever happened if I had stuck too close, I think, with my previous friend group, because
No,
I'm looking at it like a different way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's like,
well, I would never
something
be
that-
in the same position I am now,
Yeah.
hanging out with that same friend group.
That's the other thing too. You almost have to drop like the dead weight per se.
Yeah.
Not that.
No, yeah. But
You know what I
like,
mean? Metaphorically speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like finding a detour route to come full circle. You know what I mean? Like that
Mhm.
road's closed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find a different way. Like
Exactly.
And then just random coincidences, and then friends become closer, and then you're
Yeah.
hanging out with a whole different group. And
Yeah. I know because even on the ride home, like it was 2 weeks ago, we were talking. You and I were talking
Yeah.
about how like it's kind of like equal, like the guys and the girls both like organize
yeah.
things, which is like not frequent for like
tell me another friend
So-
group that has guys like
organizing.
let's
doesn't
do
happen.
this.
It doesn't happen.
Like right.
Brad was even talking to me about this last night. He's like, yeah, like I feel like Caitlin never really organizes. Usually I'm just telling people to go to bingo with us or whatever.
Bingo, let's go.
We do have to try bingo with them at some point. But he's
And
like,
Angelini's.
yeah, we have like old people fun. That's what he told me. So he's like, yeah, like we always just do like old people things. We'll go to like a matinee at 4 a.m. or 4 p.m. Like it's always funny. Whatever though. What do we got for a question? The BTier bowler cap, everybody.
If you had to choose, would you rather visit the mountains or the ocean?
Oh man, that's actually like a good. I'm 50-50 on it.
Like, yeah, I like both. But like,
Mountains are very fun, so I think oceans are very fun too. I feel like this question's always better. Is like, hey, do you want to get attacked by an eagle, or do you want to get attacked by a shark? I think I'll take the eagle. Like
bear or
9
shark,
times out of
yeah.
10. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mountain lion, shark. Yeah. I think I'll take the mountain lion, but I would probably go up to the mountains because I think there's something about going up, like elevation in particular, where you feel like you have a sense of accomplishment and achievement, and kind of like becoming a champion on the Rocky Balboa steps.
Yeah.
So I think I would go the mountain route.
I think I'm the same. I think I'd go mountains over ocean just because I'm a fan of like the colder weather stuff, like as is. So it's like I'd take the snow over 90 degrees any day.
Yeah.
So, but like on this last vacation, I obviously visited both because like I was in the mountains and then we went to the ocean. So it's like,
yeah,
this last vacation I visited both, but like I think I'd prefer the mountains.
Yeah.
And another reason because like everywhere around the mountains usually has like legal weed.
Correlation there, I don't know.
Well, like California, Vegas, Colorado.
Did you go hiking at all on your trip?
No.
Just like went to the mountains.
Like we drove like through the mountains to get to Cali.
Okay, well yeah.
So it was kind of cool.
Yeah, like the Wait, what's out there again? It's like the Rockies.
I can't remember which
I
one's
don't
out
remember
there.
the mountain trail. I don't remember it at all.
I can't remember which one's out there.
Rockies is Colorado. I guess I don't know how far down it goes, how far west it goes. But I know
San Bernardino Mountains, I want to say.
Oh yeah, you were like out kind of. Okay.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, yeah. That sounds right. I don't know. They have different.
Yeah.
Dude, like I want to go to Lake Tahoe again,
I've never been.
and there's like the mountain view, right?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you're like up in the village area, like the ski village area, it's just you can overlook the entire valley, and then
That'd be
it's
so
like
fucking
one of the
cool.
most majestic things ever. I saw fireworks there when I was younger.
That'd be
That
so
was
cool.
incredible. You saw like 3 different shows over the lake. Dude, yeah, I need to go back out there. That's like my one place where I think I'm just like, oh my.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go do a pod out there.
Oh my gosh, like up in the mountains. It'd be crazy. I'd be like losing air. Be like laughing too hard and then like I'd die.
I'd be too high, literally.
Yeah.
Both kinds.
High as fuck and you're high as fuck. that clip is so funny. It's like the Eagle
me the
View,
whole time,
Utah,
yeah.
baby. Yeah. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, that. So that trip would be amazing, and yeah, I don't know if it would be like a B tier pod celebration or not. I can't even talk right now. I have like no sleep. I have like 3 hours.
1,000 episode or something.
Yeah, that would be like our 1,000th episode.
We're at 32 though. Hey, we're working.
We are
working.
getting there.
We're
If we
cooking.
do 2 a week.
We're cooking.
We do 2 a week for 10 years. We'll be there. Like, think about it. Like,
That's rookie numbers. Let's step this up.
10 years, baby. What do you think we'll be doing in like? I don't know. What does B tier look like in 5 years?
I hope profitable.
Yeah, I was talking to Brad last night. He's like, "When do you think you'll like make money on this?" And I was like, "Probably like 6 or 7 years." Like realistically,
Probably like I'd say like 2 till we at least get something. Like
really?
Yeah.
I think we have a good format. Like, I think that's something that's like
We have a good flow. Yeah.
pretty yeah. Because even like what we were just talking about, like the friend group that we can pull from, like what we can like make with just that, like not many people could do that. So like then
I can say I have like 4 friends that if I called right now, they'd help me hide a body if I needed to.
Yeah. It's
Bringing
not
this
just a
back to
deer
bodies. I just don't know.
It's just a deer body.
They don't need to know that.
But dude, like the upward spiral, like, it does exist. So that's
when you know the difference. I'm asking you to drag one out of the woods or into the woods,
location. Yeah.
I'm dragging out. It's a deer.
Yeah. Dragging in. We burying. Like, where do you need it buried? Let me know.
My first question is, whose car are we taking? Talking to hiding bodies since I got accused of chopping one up today. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe you did
bodied
that.
episode.
Yeah. No. Yeah, if he had the name, it was the Vegas episode, but yeah. or it's the Phil escapade. I don't know. We haven't thought of it. Just working titles. Just B tier pod.